Welcome back to my channel. Rechelle Mackay here. Thank you for coming here again and watching my weekly readings. It's that time of the week again, and I love these times of the week. Every Monday or Tuesday I bring out a new weekly reading. So if you're new here, this is what I love to do. I love to shine bright with my weekly readings and basically give you some guidance if you need it, and help you to tap into what's going on inside of you, the things that you're a little bit stuck on or confused about. So I'm going to let you choose a card, and today we've got two piles. So we've got card 1 or card 2, and I'll be back to share number 1 with you. Card number 1 chooses. So this week, I told you last week, if you've been following me every week, that I'm going to spice it up a little bit. If you know me, you know I love to read oracles, and I'm only very new at reading tarots. So because tarot tends to throw me off, and it's sort of, just give you a little bit of feedback. Basically, tarot it gives me an answer for the card instead of me tapping into what I'm getting intuitively. So, but because tarots are so popular and they're such a big hit, I thought I would incorporate both oracle and tarot. So this week I've done 1 oracle and 1 tarot for you. And in card chooses number 1, I got from the beautiful deck Lumina, I think it's called. Lumina tarot from the gorgeous Lauren from Inner Hue. Amazing lady. I've had a couple of readings off this lady. She's truly incredible. And the card is 2 of Cups. And the other card I got to match in the Oracle deck is called Why. And I got that from the beautiful Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid, who again is another one of my favourite absolute readers. So what card number 1 is telling me is, I won't go into 2 of Cups because if you know tarot, you'll know the meaning of it. But I'm going to start off with, I'm going to go into tarot. Yeah. I'll start with Oracle first. Why? So what I'm getting for you is why and why do you want to do this in this relationship? Why are you choosing to change things, or why are you questioning things? For me, for you, what it's saying is you've got to make sure that your intention for what you're wanting in this relationship, right? And this could be a relationship in a career or friendship or love. It's asking you, what's your intention behind it? Why are you feeling this way? So instead of just getting all those vibes and those feelings coming up through you, you need to go through the things around all the questions as to why. So I feel like you're not really of late been stepping into yourself. You're more around the other person and what their reasons are instead of yourself. So ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Why am I needing to do this? Why? Ask yourself why. And if you struggle to hear the answers within yourself, get a pen and paper. I always preach that there's magic in the pen. So when we're writing things out, things just come through naturally for us, because sometimes when we're thinking things, it's our mind, and we all know that our mind can power what we really feel. So by getting a pen and paper, stuff just starts to flow out of us. So write it down. Ask yourself why you're questioning this. Why do you want to be in this? Why do you want to be in this for friendship? Why do you want to be in this relationship? And see what comes through for you before you start asking the other person for the answer. That's what I felt really strongly for you. In the actual book itself, it says motives driving intention, the power of knowing why. And it says here in the relationship message, we don't always know why we engage in our relationships in the way we do, because our feelings aren't always logical. So we know that the logic is the mind, the feelings are our heart, our GPS, our guidance, our intuition. They're the things that's driving us. And we all know that our feelings are the things that we should put first. But we don't always. Some of us always put our mind, our logic, before we put our feelings, or the other way around. Your feelings sometimes can be wrong. So I always say there's three things, right? You've got your heart, that sometimes can make the wrong decision. Then you've got your gut, your knowing, your instincts, your gut instinct, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got your mind, your logical. So you've got those three things, and they all talk very differently. And as we start to identify the different ways that our body, if you want to say, our spirit is talking to us, we start to understand it differently. And I'm going to actually do a video around, because I always talk about this. It's quite interesting. Not a lot of people share it this way, but I think there's three parts of the way we see and feel and hear things. So mind, right? Logic. Heart. Our heart, what's our heart telling us we want or we need? And then you've got your gut instinct, your intuition, right? So there's three elements of it. So for me, in this message, the logic ain't always the answers. But I'm going to do another YouTube video around that. Sorry to get a little bit sidetracked there, but I just wanted to share that bit with you because I get asked that question quite regularly. How do you know the difference? So I am going to do a video on that. But the logic ain't always the answer, right? So which part of your body are you asking why to? Is it your mind you're asking why to? Is it your gut you're asking why to? Just have a feel into that and see how that feels for you. Because sometimes if we're not listening to what we truly want, right, the why doesn't really matter because the logic ain't always right? The logic can basically convince us out of anything. Well, it can. It will. It'll convince us out of anything. I got told this message the other day, which will probably be really good for you, is you got to look at your mind. I can't remember the guy that I listened to this on. He says you got to look at your mind as another person. So if you've got yourself, right, your whole self, and then over here is this mind self. And that mind, you can listen to it, but don't always think that it's correct. So it was quite interesting. It's like you've got this here, your body, your intuition, your gut, your heart, right? But then you've got your mind. So just look at it as a different personality, and you can listen to it sometimes, but it ain't always right? The logic ain't always right. You needed to hear that message today. Then the Two of Cups is all about, it says here, I'm looking down at my notes, cooperation, engagement, passion, resolution, reconciliation, and self-love. So for me, I feel like you've been questioning something, but you've been questioning for the wrong reasons. It's like, I don't know if you're really tapping into yourself on a level of too much logic and not enough gut instinct and not enough of following your feelings. So you've been convinced out of, I actually feel too, you've been convinced out of other people's opinions too as well. And you're not following your own self. So what I want to say to you is check back in for you to understand what's really going on and what you're hearing or what you're feeling. Check back in where this is coming from. Why you're asking yourself this question, right? Because the Two of Cups is saying, right, and I'll read it out to you a little bit of it. So this is a card of partnerships, love, and deep friendships. It represents a strong mutual connection and affinity for positive, loving respect. You have released any blockages that have been exerting pressure on you, and now you can breathe and relax. The Two of Cups is also a card of new beginnings and budding romance. So I would say to you is, if it is love that I'm talking to you about, that maybe you've been over questioning it, asking yourself too many questions and overthinking it, being too logical with it. With tarot, there's so many different meanings of things, but you know what feels right for you as I'm sharing with you what I'm getting. So like the questions to ask yourself is, what is the true perception of love to you? What does love mean to you? If we're talking love, what does it mean to you? If it's love just in a friendship, what does a true, strong friendship mean to you? What's the values of it? What do you value in a friendship? And another thing too, with the self-love, if that doesn't feel right to you, how much are you honoring yourself in this relationship? Are you just letting yourself go? That you're not honoring your own feelings, you're not honoring your own heart, and you're listening to others? So there's a lot of work you need to do this week on checking back in with yourself and just asking yourself why, and where is these whys coming from? Is it logic? Is it heart? Or is it your gut? Ask yourself those questions and you will know the answer. and just get in a really, really quiet space, and a really a place where there's no busyness, there's no one around you, where you've got that time to be with yourself. Because we all have the answers inside of us. You've got to listen to yourself. So the message for you today is listen to yourself, no one else. And make sure if it's your mind or your logic that you're listening to, does that feel right for you? Does that answer feel right for you? Or are you still confused and doubtful? So that's your message. I hope you loved it. Card number 2 chooses. Okay. You got, your oracle that you received today is called Mending. Again, it's from the Wisdom of Oracle deck. Where is it here? It's the Wisdom of Oracle deck. It's called Mending. And you got the 3 of Cups. So card chooses 1 got 2 of Cups and you got 3 of Cups. Interesting, eh? You wouldn't believe that. I love how that just happens. Okay, so Mending. Interesting. I feel like there's a whole emphasis this week on relationships as an overall. So for me, it's about forgiveness for you, and it's about mending a relationship around you for you to set yourself free and for you to move forward in your own life. I feel like there's been a burden in your life where you feel stuck because you haven't released the energy of this relationship, whether it be a friendship or a love relationship or a career that you've got to forgive someone that you're employed by, or anybody in a partnership, whatever it is. It's time to mend that. And that doesn't mean you have to have that person back in your life. It might just mean that you've got to surrender to yourself to set yourself free. And it's a beautiful card too as well. Like, it's an absolute gorgeous card. It looks like she's got these gorgeous little wings, but it's still like remembering the good times with this person and surrendering to that, because when we're holding on to stuff, we hold it on in ourselves. You know, you're only hurting yourself when you hold anger or pain or burdens, or you feel like you've been hurt and you keep going over the same story. You're only going to hurt yourself. So I want to say to you, it's time to mend that. Even if it just means mending it with you, it's time for you to mend it so that you can basically set yourself free and you can start this new thing for you. Like, it's time for you to celebrate life for yourself instead of holding on to something that no longer is in your life. And it might be that you want to fix that old relationship, but whatever it is, it's time to let go of the pain and mend that within yourself or within others, however that feels right for you. The other part of that card, sorry, I put my glasses on. So it's saying that forgiveness is necessary. If you keep holding on to this burden, you're only going to keep affecting yourself, right? And so everybody makes mistakes. Know that every single one of us makes mistakes, and we all deserve forgiveness, don't we? So yeah, that's what I just got for that one there. So 3 of Cups, expansion, connection, and celebration. So I feel like when you do come to this place of expanding in forgiveness and allowing yourself to set yourself free, you're going to really expand and you're going to really be so much wiser than you ever were before, because you've let go of all that. It's time. Like, enough is enough for yourself. Like, your body don't deserve it. Your body feels pain. Your body feels when we don't forgive. Yeah, I'm feeling really like, oh my God, it's like you've had enough. It's time for you to surrender to that. And the connection back to yourself is going to feel so much better when you surrender to this. Whether it just be, like I said, the beginning of card 2 chooses for yourself, or it might just be that you need to do it for this person and you both need to do it together. Yeah. And then celebration. I feel there's like this celebration around this when you come to this and you come to it for yourself, for no other person, that there's going to be a celebration for you around this, and a big expansion in you. Like, you're going to really expand from this. There's going to be huge growth for you, because I feel like you're a person who struggles to forgive. And, I heard this saying the other day, when we forgive, it doesn't mean to say that we've forgotten or we have, even though we know that, you can forgive but not forget, the saying. But for me, some people think, well, if I'm going to forgive, that means I've accepted what she's done, or I've accepted what he's done, or I've accepted what they've done. It's not about that. It's about you. It's about all this, anything to do with forgiveness is just love. and love, especially for yourself. Yeah, love for yourself and allowing yourself to feel that that ease and that joy and that celebration with yourself, because we grow through the painful things. So we don't grow through just joy, we grow through pain. And I see when you get to this place, whenever that time is right for you, that this is something you've been holding on to for quite some time. So take care of yourself, and yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I already know you know. So I hope you've enjoyed card 2 chooses. And then I'll put the notes down below for you too as well, if you want to look a little bit more into these particular cards, because there's even a lot more information if you were to go and get more info on those particular cards. So thank you for listening once again. I, as always, love doing these readings. It's just, I just love it. Like, I just come out of that card too, like, as you know, and I feel like this real heart connection with you, each and every one of you, even though I don't know all of you. I just feel like this heart connection, and I just really am finding so much joy as I'm doing this for you. Like, I got a little bit emotional in card number 2 just then. It was really weird. So I don't know if card 2 chooses is very connected to me, but yeah, I just get so much joy doing it. I really, really enjoy doing these cards. It just gives me so much joy. So I just want to do something a little bit different too as well. One of the crystals, and I wear this top, it's called Crystals and Oils. One of the crystals that I got really strongly for this whole reading today was amethyst. And amethyst is all around healing. And that's like the healer crystal. So I want to say to you, for this whole reading, this whole energy of this whole reading is get yourself some amethyst. And if it just even means just a tiny little rock, you need some amethyst around you as you heal through some processes. So I don't know if you love amethyst. I'll just bring this gorgeous crystal here. So, amethyst is gorgeous, this gorgeous purple color. But yeah, beautiful healing rock. Put it near your bed. You can sleep with this rock too as well. It's not something you can't sleep with. So it'll be actually gorgeous near your bedside table. And it's got some other powers, but the main message for you today is all about healing. Yeah. And I'm also going to do this little, because I said last week I'm going to spruce it up a little bit. There's this little book, right? And it's called It's Okay to Be You. Because one of the things that I get really strongly when I'm working with my tribe, my people that resonate with me, is this thing around you just got to be yourself. So this book really resonated with me. So each week I'm going to pull one little message out of this at the end of the reading. This goes for the whole of everybody that's watching this reading. And I'm just going to open a page. Right. So see, the message is, and be proud of the things you do, however humble. So, you know, don't be cocky in the things that you've created and the things that you've done. Just be really proud of yourself and how far you've come and where you've come. And that might not mean materialistic. It might just mean the person that you've become in all this. The person that you've become all this. Don't be so hard on yourself, you know. When we're going through stuff in life, whether it be something that we've gained or something we've created, it's great to be proud of ourselves, but I want to say more to you on a level of be proud of the person that you are and the person that you've become right now to today. And you deserve to be proud of yourself. Like any of us, we all deserve to be proud of ourselves. And so the message is stop being so hard on yourself and be proud of all the parts of you, not just the good parts, all the parts, you know? So that was the message for you. So I'm going to end this reading today because it's gone a little bit long over. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it going too long over, because you know what? It is what it is, and you need to get what you need to get. So today, I just want to thank you once again for coming here, watching all of my video, if you're watching right to now. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'd really appreciate it if you could spread the love by sharing my videos on your social media pages. Shoot me a DM or a comment down below in the video. I'd love you to comment. Love to get to know you, as I say every week. Yeah, I'm loving doing this. I'm really hooked. Yeah, I'd love to get to know you. I'm on social media, as you know. I'm on Facebook, Rechelle Mackay. I'm on Instagram, Rechelle Mackay. I've got a podcast, but I haven't really got that going of late. But I'm going to be getting that back up and running. Yeah. And my website is www.freespiritwoman.com.au. I've opened up my coaching packages and my private readings again. They're all open again now. so you can book in with them at any time. And the calendar will come up and give you a choice of when to book. And also too, there's also a clarity session, a free 15-minute clarity session with me. If you're a little bit stuck on what to do or how to work with me, you can also book that into as well. And that sort of helps you to identify how we could work together and whether we're a good match if I'm a good match for you. So yeah, so thank you again for watching my channel, and I love doing this, as I've probably said 3 times now, and I hope you've enjoyed it and you have a beautiful week. It's May on Wednesday, isn't it? And how exciting, fresh new month to come. And yeah, love you all loads, and thank you so much. Have a beautiful week. Bye.